everyone, and welcome to the second day of Halloween. If you have no idea what Halloween is, it's basically whenever I talk about spooky stories every single day for a whole week leading up to Halloween. So if that is your cup of tea, hit the subscribe button and let's be besties because you're really gonna like the content that I'm putting out this week. But anyways, today we are talking about Ariana Grande and her fight with a demon. You know, like those little ghost things that live in hell and are besties with Satan. Yeah, those things. I'm just gonna shut up and tell you guys the story and let's get into it. So in January 2014, Ariana Grande had an interview with Complex magazine. And in the interview, Ariana told Complex that she had a terrifying demon experience weeks before doing the interview. In the interview, Ariana said that she went to Kansas City, and while she was there, she and all of her friends who were with her wanted to go to this haunted castle. So Ariana and all of her friends went to the castle and did the whole experience, and then after they finished the castle, they decided that they wanted to do some more spooky stuff. So later that night, Ariana and all of her friends decided to go to Stoll Cemetery. Apparently, according to Ariana, Stoll Cemetery is one of the 7 gates to hell on Earth. So I mean, naturally if you're gonna go to one of the 7 gates to hell, there's gonna be some freaky things to happen to you, right? And Ariana actually said that there was some pretty freaky things that happened to them before they got to the cemetery. Ariana said that while she was riding to the cemetery with her friends, she felt an overwhelming feeling of negative energy over the whole car. But that wasn't the only spooky thing that happened to Ariana and her friends on that car ride, because Ariana said that on the way to the cemetery, there was a random fly in her car, and that's a sign of a demon. And then Ariana said that whenever her and her friends got to the cemetery, they smelled sulfur, which is another sign of a demon. So after Ariana and all of her friends got to the cemetery, they were all really freaked out with everything that had happened to them in the car. So Ariana and her friends were really creeped out and decided that they didn't want to stay there anymore, and they decided to leave. But once Ariana got back to her car, she rolled down her window and apologized for disturbing the peace there, and then she took a picture of the cemetery. And on the picture that Ariana took, there was 3 distinct faces of demons. And Ariana was really freaked out by that. So after they left the cemetery, nobody really experienced anything paranormal. But then a couple days later, Ariana was at her house talking to someone on the phone in her bed. After Ariana got off the phone, she hung up and turned off all the lights in her room and laid in her bed to go to sleep. And Ariana was laying in her bed trying to fall asleep when all of a sudden Ariana hears this really loud noise right beside her head. As soon as Ariana opened her eyes, the sound went away. And whenever she closed her eyes, she heard the sound again. But this time, she heard whispering. And then, while her eyes were closed, Ariana said that she saw all these scary images with red shapes. So that really freaked her out. So she opened her eyes back up, and then she called her friend and told her friend that she was scared. And Ariana told her friend that she didn't want to go back to sleep because if she closed her eyes, she would hear the whispers again, and then she would also see the scary images. So then Ariana scooted over to the side of her bed where she gets the best signal. And whenever she moved over, she saw this massive black matter standing right next to her bed. And after Ariana saw that, she got really scared and started crying. So of course, Ariana was still on the phone with her friend, and so she got really scared and asked her friend what she should do. And Ariana's friend told Ariana to go off on it. But Ariana decided not to do that because she figured it would probably make the thing mad. And Ariana decided that she was just going to chill out and not feed into it because she heard that those kind of things feed off fear. And she said that while she was on the phone with her friend, she watched the thing move to the front of her bed. And so Ariana tried to stay as calm as she could, and she eventually fell asleep on the phone with her friend, and then the next day whenever she woke up, the thing was gone and she never had another experience with it again. So that's good. But that is all I have for today's video. I will be back with another video for you guys tomorrow, so be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye!